Progress notes should be a complete picture of the services rendered at the appointment. Progress notes should also include a date, and if the entry is a late entry, then it should be marked as a late entry. This means that if the date that the note is being written is different from the date of the appointment, then both dates should be included in the progress note. One important thing that should be included in progress notes, but in my experience often is not, is documentation of the informed consent discussion. Some professionals think that if there is a signed consent form, then no note about the consent discussion is necessary. But consent is a conversation, not a signature on a piece of paper. So even if there is a signed consent form, professionals should still document the informed consent discussion, and they should include key risks and alternative treatments that were discussed, as well as any questions that were asked and answers that were given. When there is a bad outcome, lack of informed consent is a common area for complaints and lawsuits, because the patient says, "You never told me that this could happen to me." Clear documentation in the progress notes of the informed consent discussion can be a strong defense to these types of allegations. I have two thoughts about what should not be included in the progress notes, and that's anything disrespectful and information about third parties. So first, omitting anything disrespectful from your notes. Professionals should be mindful that their notes could be disclosed to patients or to others, and should ensure that there is nothing disrespectful in their notes. It's helpful to stay away from subjective comments in your notes and to keep your notes on things that are objective or things that you actually observed. Professionals should also avoid including information about third parties in their notes unless that information is relevant to the services provided. For example, if the patient tells you that their daughter is their power of attorney, then that is relevant and should be documented in the patient record. But if your patient tells you that their daughter is having marital problems, that is probably not relevant to the services provided, and it is also not something that the daughter has consented to share with you or to be permanently documented in your progress notes. Well, corrections to a note should be done in a way that preserves the original content, and the date of the change should also be included. For hard copy notes, this means that you should not be using whiteout, but the same principle also applies to electronic records. If you'd like to learn more about tips on record keeping or have any specific questions, please feel free to contact us at Rosen Sunshine.